What separates truly effective people from everyone else? Why do some individuals seem to achieve success, balance, and influence, while others stay stuck in cycles of stress and mediocrity? Stephen Covey's classic, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, has become one of the most important personal development books ever written. Read by millions worldwide, Covey didn't just list tips or productivity hacks. He created a framework for living with purpose, balance, and long-term effectiveness. These habits aren't quick fixes. They are timeless principles that can reshape how you think, act, and lead. In this video, we'll explore each of the 7 habits in detail, breaking down the wisdom Covey shared and showing how these ideas can still transform lives today. Stay with me until the end, because the last habit ties everything together, showing how to sustain growth and avoid burnout. A lesson too many people overlook. Covey begins with the idea that effectiveness is about aligning character with principles, not chasing shortcuts. His 7 habits represent a path from dependence to independence and finally to interdependence, the highest form of effectiveness. The first habit is be proactive. Covey explains that effective people recognize they are responsible for their choices. They don't react blindly to circumstances but act based on values and long-term goals. Instead of saying I can't or I have to, they shift language to I choose or I will. This mindset gives power because no matter what happens, you can always control your response. The second habit is begin with the end in mind. Here Covey urges readers to define a clear vision of the life they want to live. He challenges us to imagine our legacy. How do you want to be remembered? Once you know the end goal, decisions become clearer. Writing a personal mission statement is a key step, serving as a compass when life becomes confusing or distracting. The third habit is put first things first. Covey distinguishes between what is urgent and what is truly important. Many people spend their lives putting out fires, reacting to distractions, and never focusing on what really matters. Highly effective people schedule priorities, not just prioritize schedules. This means consciously dedicating time to growth, relationships, and meaningful work instead of drowning in emails, deadlines, or shallow tasks. With the first 3 habits, Covey builds personal independence. But effectiveness doesn't stop there. It expands into how we interact with others. The 4th habit is think win-win. Covey argues that life is not a zero-sum game. Effective people believe in creating solutions where everyone benefits. Instead of competing to win at someone else's expense, they look for agreements that build trust and cooperation. This mindset turns relationships into partnerships rather than rivalries. The 5th habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit might be the most transformative in communication. Most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. Covey explains that effective people practice empathetic listening, truly hearing the other person's perspective before sharing their own. This creates trust, reduces conflict, and makes persuasion far more powerful. The 6th habit is synergize. Covey shows that when individuals with different strengths and perspectives collaborate, the outcome is greater than what any one person could achieve alone. Synergy is not just cooperation, it's creative teamwork that produces innovative results. Instead of fearing differences, effective people embrace them. Knowing diversity fuels breakthroughs. Finally, the 7th habit is sharpen the saw. This habit is about renewal, taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Covey warns that many people burn out because they never pause to sharpen their saw. True effectiveness requires balance. Exercise and health for the body, continuous learning for the mind, meaningful relationships for the heart, and purpose for the spirit. Without renewal, progress eventually collapses. Taken together, these habits form a complete system. The first 3 give you mastery over yourself, the next 3 build powerful relationships, and the 7th ensures you can continue growing without exhaustion. Covey's framework shifts success away from quick wins and toward a life built on principles, discipline, and balance. Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People remains one of the most influential self-help books because it speaks to something timeless. Effectiveness is not about shortcuts or tricks, but about character and principles. The habits teach us to take responsibility, clarify our vision, focus on what matters, seek mutual benefit, listen deeply, collaborate creatively, and continuously renew ourselves. The real power of this book is that it doesn't just aim to make you more productive, it aims to make you more purposeful. Effectiveness is not measured only in achievements, but in the quality of relationships, the integrity of choices, in the balance of life as a whole. If you integrate these habits into your daily life, you don't just become efficient, you become someone others trust, respect, and want to follow. That is the difference between living reactively and living effectively. Covey's message is clear. By aligning with principles that never go out of style, you can create a life of lasting success, fulfillment, and influence. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, distracted, or stuck, remember these habits. Be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize, and never forget to sharpen the saw. Effectiveness isn't about doing more, it's about living better.